Happy Tuesday. How's everyone doing? Is it hot enough for you outside? Isn't that beautiful? The heat is lovely, and then it brings the rain and the showers afterwards, so it's all good. Okay, we have a lot to talk about. Why? Because Stephan Burns, the seismologist, geophysicist on YouTube, is scaring people. So we're going to talk about that. Especially in the California area and the Yellowstone area. We're going to talk about John Ratcliffe. We're going to talk about, let's talk about the card of the day. And I'm asking everybody to join me in a specific endeavor to raise our level of consciousness and to help our life get better in every way, to bring more joy. So every Tuesday, I'm going to call Gratitude Day. So we need to, it will benefit us greatly if we shift our focus. If we are focused, hey Square Peg, if we're focused on what we're grateful for, and I'm not just talking about just doing a simple gratitude list, which is awesome and great, but it's about going outside. It's about being grateful for grass. It's about being grateful for the person who gave you your first kiss, right? It's about being grateful for the people that got together to write and create your favorite television show or your favorite music. It's really about going deep, just taking a few minutes every other hour or something to come up with 3 new things. The person who taught you how to cook your most famous recipe. It's who to be grateful for. And believe me, it's like our teacher, Louise Hay. If you give gratitude, if you're aware, if you're awake, if you are mindful instead of just walking around mindless, you get more goodies. If you send out in quantum physics, it's a proven fact. If you send out gratitude, you get more goodies to be thankful for. And it shifts everything. It shifts the cells in your body can hear what you're thinking about, And when you charge your water with gratitude, it changes the molecular structure of the water. If you're new here and you've never seen the studies by Masamura Emoto in the signs, the hidden messages in water, you can look him up. But it's about feeling, putting happy words, like writing the word gratitude or happiness on your water and putting it on there, and then feeling that emotion before you drink. And I'm profoundly grateful for you being here today, for being here in our light worker family. Today, our card of the day, while we're doing our gratitude, is the Sun card. Woohoo! And you can find our group on several platforms. Substack is really growing. Thank you so much. And thanks for your comments there. Blue Sky, they only let you have so many characters there. So I'm on it. I'm good, but it's a more brief description. Facebook, Instagram, and Substack have the whole quote or the whole meaning for the card of the day. Can everybody hear me okay? Okay. And if you want to focus on playful joyfulness today. Let your freak flag fly. Play like you used to play and you didn't care and you were outside. Let the sun hit your face. And go to the park, go have a picnic, go have ice cream, go do whatever makes you happy. Escape for a little bit. Okay. I'm hoping my mic is working. Okay. So, all right. So find me on social media. Let me know that you're there, that you're joining us. And I really want everybody to go deeply into gratitude and be aware be cognizant of where you're placing your focus. I think it's so important. It's really important. What else is important? I'm going to be on Celtic Sheila's channel later today at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern, 5 o'clock Mountain, 4 o'clock Pacific. I left out Central. So it's 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 5 Mountain, 4 Pacific. And because the eclipse is coming up and some people are really getting down in the dumpsy dumps, and it's really, we have so much to be grateful for. There's more people going to rallies. There's more people on our side that are winning elections. The momentum is growing. I know this Supreme Court thing is kaflooey, and that's going to turn itself around. We are going to be okay. We are okay. We're okay. We start today right here where we are, and we shift our focus. We shift our energy. We raise our vibration, especially now before this eclipse comes and during this eclipse. And we're grateful for our friends. We're grateful for the water that comes out of our tap. That's always where I start. We're grateful for the people in China who made this cup, you know, and the people who sent the design in for me for positive change, and for all the people who are doing good in the world, you know, and dig deep and do be grateful even for your worst, biggest arch enemy, because they taught you one of your biggest, most strengthening lessons that you've ever learned. You know, your arch enemy is your greatest teacher. And so we need to give great thanks for them. In our psychic development class, we did thanks for Trump, for because some people weren't up on how the government actually worked until they got involved, and we wouldn't have found each other here unless he was there. So there's so much to be grateful for. So sometimes you have to dig deep and twirl it around. Okay. All right. So my goodness, we have so much to read on. Okay. So Tuesdays, every Tuesdays, we're going to change. We're going to do this together. If you want to do it with me, just drop a comment. Just tell me that you're going to focus on gratitude each Tuesday. Because why? Why am I asking you to do this? Because the more people that get on the gratitude energy level, raise your vibration level, the better for our health, the better for our communities, and the better for our whole family here, right? And our whole continent. You have no idea how big prayers and positive emotions and gratitude is the highest prayer, when you give thanks for every prayer that's ever been answered, you know, even for the ones they're still working on over there. All right. A few of you sent in questions. I'm going to ask about those, but let's start with Michael Cohen. Why? Because he's slimy. All right. The slimy, two-timey, Michael Cohen. You know, he gave testimony for Stormy Daniels, or about Stormy Daniels, that helped Trump get convicted. And it's so crazy the way it's going. Then he was on Midas Touch. And so then he did all these things. And then you could, first of all, you and we never trusted him. I don't know what was wrong with Marcellus, because he had a brain fart there. Okay, so his spidey senses weren't working. So now he's back, and he's, you know, I'm sure you know everything. And so I just feel like he's going to be in big trouble. I feel like his lying is catching up with him, and his false testimony in whichever way he went, right? You can't, he was in some big court proceedings, and I feel like he's in big trouble. So, and I don't want to see anybody get in big trouble, but he stepped in quicksand. He's like in it. Okay. Michael Cohen, his future. Just check your focus today. Check in. I love it. Our very first card out of the deck again. Okay. All right. So he was free. And he did his testimony, but now, and he did his time. He even was in, remember Bill Barr? Oh my God. I just can't even go there. All right. There's all of his inner conflict. He needs his challenge. Remember, the second card in the Celtic Cross is to search for your challenge. You know, it's to find your challenge, to embrace your challenge. He needs to look for his inner truth. Yeah, he's got some sort of subpoena or indictment coming up. I don't know how long this takes, but I think he's in trouble. I think he's seeking guidance right now. He may flee. He is thinking about, because we have the World card and the Ace of Pentacles here. These are both gate cards. I think he's actually thinking about leaving. He's going to get help, but he may flee. This is so strange. Will he actually end up telling the truth? He has all this inner conflict. He's going to be okay, but I think he's going to take off. In this weird way, he might flip backwards the other way again. Oh my God, he is he's so slimy. Ew. All right, speaking of slime and crime, Bitcoin. The future of Bitcoin, because they had the crypto people there and then new crypto, deregulations with the crypto, the crime and with the crypto, everything with the crypto. So what's the future of Bitcoin look like? We have to ask about a few things that are icky and slimy, right? It's okay to be inquisitive about those things. And we give thanks for the things that we don't like, or the things people we don't get along with, because it makes us challenge ourselves, and we find out more about ourselves, and we also understand that sometimes other people are just plain old dumb and they don't have all your good DNA. I'm just kidding. Okay. All right. Crypto is a Neptunian bowl of soup, nebula soup, shell game. Which shell has the peanut underneath it? People are not going to be real thrilled. All right. They recently had a bump up. More bumps up. The Pudmeister. We are going to ask about him and CIA Director John Ratcliffe. We are going to ask about them. He has a lot to do with the crypto monies. That's where he put quite a bit. There will be a balancing, and new regulations. And then it sits until they can figure out exactly what they're going to do with this. They need a new plan. They need to figure out how to keep it out of crimers' hands. So it just comes to this like standstill where it sits. Same card. Secrets. All right. Oh, I wanted to tell everybody that I've got a new tarot class starting on Wednesday, September 23rd. Please email me at the way, you have to put the in, the way of positive change at Gmail. It's 6 weeks. I always put another practice class on the end of that. But it's really going to put an emphasis and focus on the royal court cards and the major arcana. We will go, you do need to have some knowledge of the cards, a basic knowledge of the cards. But this is really just to help you become a more adept reader and feeling good about understanding the court cards and the major arcana. Okay, so email me if you want to be in that class. Filling up nicely. All right, let's take a look at Mark Carney. Right? He gave a great speech. He poo-pooed everything that the other people said, and please hit the like button and hit subscribe if you're new here. I am this close to 40,000. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you. Okay. All right. Mark Carney. Let's look at his future, and then we'll see if the United States is gonna be able to do a better deal with Canada. I believe that we are. I believe that everything's going to get better. That doesn't mean that we don't, get a sand spur in our shoe. Thank you for the super sticker, GCO. Now, when I read with Susan Lynn on her channel, she asked the question for us to look into if Canada and the United States would come to an agreement, or that they would have to do trade with other people, and that's what I came up with. That's what she came up with, that they would have to trade with other people, and it weirded me out because Trump came on the news the next day and said, "Oh, we've got a deal, we got a deal, we got a deal," and the next day we got a deal, and then Carney says, "No." So they are having to. So that worked out. I feel very grateful for that. I mean, for that we got that right with our guides and angels. Okay. All right. Mostly people support him. He was willing, there was wiggle room there. He was willing to work with the US, but, he just felt like he was getting jabbed. All right. He knows that things could get a little difficult. He is cheery to the public's face, but inside he knows that, he's agitated, and he knows it's going to be a little difficult, and he's very passionate about getting this right, and I believe that he's going to work to make it clear where there's any misconception, and so his words cannot be misconstrued. And he is hell-bent on getting this correct. So I'm glad to see that, because if you ever get the Knight of Swords, you want this guy on your side. Okay. Because he's going to win. So you want him on your side. All right. Those are the kind of things we're going to learn, in class. All right. And I'm studying more. I study all the time, so I can bring you more information. All right, so will the United States and Canada work their differences out and begin to trade openly, honestly, and fairly soon? Ooh, there's some legal eagles here that are going to say, step it up. Play nice, well, play well with others. Okay. All right. There's a lot of thinking going on, a lot of plans. Like, this is what I'm going to say the next time we talk. This is what I'm going to propose the next time I get to place a phone call to someone about this. There's my proposition, but I'm not doing it right this second. Everybody walked away, and there's the eclipse energy there. And he had the other eclipse energy in the other spread that we did. All right, we're at least going to form a coalition, or people are going to get together and discuss this. There's the other eclipse. This eclipse energy is a bit tough. That's why Sheila and I are getting together tonight. We want to talk to everybody about how to, lighten up. We're going to have fun. 7 p.m. Eastern, Celtic Sheila Tarot channel. All right. There will be some acquiescing, some adjusting, give and take, but it is going to work out. Okay, so somewhere within the next 3 months, 3 weeks on the optimistic side, but I got a bunch of pentacles in here, so probably going to take Here's Carney's Knight on the horse. Going to take a little bit here, but this is good. I like this, and there's another sunflower there. And the sun card is our energy for the day. Thanks for typing out the question, Square Peg. All right. I want to change it up. I want to ask about what our guides and angels want us to focus on at this time. In addition to our card of the day. And I really wanted to come on today and focus on Tuesday Gratitudes because this is something we can do together. It's priceless in every way. It's the highest form of prayer. It will enrich your life in a way that I don't think people understand. The development or the flow of quantum physics, when you put gratitude thoughts out, it's the same way you can change the molecular structure of water by putting the word happiness on your water, or love, and then feeling that emotion before you drink it. It's the same thing when you tell the universe how, when you express gratitude for leaves, for birds, for clouds, for the sun coming up and providing light that you can read your book by. And, viewership has been going down for everyone's channels. A lot of people are giving up. They're frustrated, upset. So I wanted to reach out to you while I have you here to share how we can enrich our lives. And hopefully you will remember it. All right, guides and angels, what is it you want us? What's the big message for today? Okay. So what does this mean? 7 of Pentacles. It means you have a lot of really great ideas. Start working on them. Plant the seeds. Do something. Stir the soup. Say hello to someone that you pass every day on your walk. Ask them a question. Give someone a compliment. Move the energy, do something different. Throw out 3 things. Pick 3 things a day in your living room. Pick 3 things a day to throw out. At the end of 7 days, you've cleared out 21 things. That way it doesn't become overwhelming. You know, you go outside and you give gratitude for 3 things. So you just move the energy. Get up and move. Walk. People say it's too hot. Walk early. I go out at 6:30 in the morning. You can go out at 6:30 in the morning, or you can go out at 6:30 or 8 o'clock at night. Sunrise, sunset. It's easy to feel weighted down with the pressure. Say your prayers. Prayers work. They're heard. Ask your guardian angel for the most benevolent outcome for you to understand even which things to really focus on with your gratitude list. And this is breaking your routine. Do anything you can do to stir up the energy. Don't keep doing the same thing all over again. There are other people that came here to celebrate life with you. Get out of your head, get in your car, quit overthinking things. And this is good too. There's some things here that you could be worried or nervous about, and the guides and angels are saying your worst fears are not going to suddenly materialize. Could it get a little hairy? Yeah, it could get a little hairy, but all right. And when we get the 9 and the 10 of swords, it means we're in our head. And we have to get up. We've got to do something different. This is actually a good sign here that the 10 of swords usually means that whatever icky was going to happen has already happened. And we could be still thinking of or in the energy of what has already taken place, which makes sense if you think about it. But the sun is coming up. It's a new day. And we got the sun today. So this could be playing the movie over and over again. Drumming up old thoughts of past hurts. And everybody has been hurt. This has happened. Everybody's had icky things, terrible things, horrible things happen. We've all been through deaths or divorces or death and divorces and all kinds of things, but I always tell people to put it over there, because we can have a glass of wine and we can go sit over there and sit with that feeling if we want to. We can nurse these feelings when we want to. But that has nothing to do with what we're creating today. It's not on our table in front of us. This is a past card. So stay out of the past. Stay out of the past and the things that hurt. And this has probably made some people separate from others. All right. Keep it simple. Could be overthinking everything and anything. Shift your focus to gratitude. Shift it. Your town is still together. Your friends are there. You have food in the cupboard. All right. And there could be some concerns with more skirmishes with Iran or Ukraine and everything. But we have to lift our vibration here, and we have to be the light workers and hold the light and send up prayers. And then when you start thinking of the past, it brings up old hurt feelings. And somebody else, especially because we have this eclipse coming, they could be feeling angst and worry and playing an old movie in their head, and they might say something crappy, and so, but don't get drawn in the chaos. Don't get drawn in their chaos. Okay, there's our card of the day. Go outside, go play. If you know of somebody that's not in a good mood, tell them that you love them and you'll talk to them later, that you're on your way out the door, you're on your way to do this. You've got to raise your vibration, and the quickest way to raise your vibration is listening to something that's joyful, funny, hopeful, optimistic, loving, sharing, caring, getting with other people that are working on the same things you're working on. You know, go to a sip and paint, go to anything where they're doing something um, hopeful. Good. And just go to the park. Being around children raises your vibration very quickly. Okay. All right. But don't get drawn in the drama. Turn off the TV. Turn it off. Turn it off. All right. Stay out of the drama. Stay out of the past. If it isn't about today, raising your energy and moving forward, if it isn't joyful, happy, hopeful, or optimistic, get out of it. Shift your focus. You're in charge. You become what you think about. It's true. Be very cognizant of what you're letting in your field. Or who. What or who. Okay. Now, let's look at, so we know the trade thing is going to get fixed with and through Mark Carney in Canada, which gives me great happy feelings. All right, let's take a look at Stephan Burns, and we'll do the John Ratcliffe thing. Stephan Burns, he is a seismologist and a geophysicist. How come I can say those two words and I can't say the Ho'oponopono pair? I mean, I say the prayer, but I can't say Ho'oponopono. I just call it Ho'oponopono. Nanu, nanu. It's the one where you say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. All right, Stephan Burns, he's been tracking all the earthquakes that we've been having in a roundabout way. And then his last video said, watch out, California. So is there going to be more earthquake activity soon in California? I mean, is it going to be troublesome? Is it on a level of being troublesome? Or is it just forming a pattern? Seismic activity in the state of California. Soon. I don't know why this keeps stopping. Okay. All right. This is just more of a sign of to pick up, look up, pick up your chin, look towards the positive. Remember, these two of cups are the two of cups of love and sharing. And this is focusing on the past. I just don't, there could be something that happens by water here. This could be indication, if we're asking about seismic activity, that it could be somewhere around where there could have been land that shifted or fell already, where there was a problem and something by the water. There may even, since there's a bridge here, there may even be a bridge by there. Okay, don't feel defeated by what I'm sure he seems like a very nice person, but some people are getting afeared. Afeared. Okay. Don't be afeared. The earth is going to talk. She is going to talk. Hold on, patience, strength. Say only positive things. I am safe. The earth around me is safe and stable. Okay, so this means that there will be a little shaking, but I don't think it's going to be anything more than Well, there's a little hidden mystery there, but you're okay. See? So, will there be some activity? Yes, there will. When it happens, it will happen quickly. And there may be a little bit more after that, but for the most part, we're okay. Right? So, I have family in LA. I have best friends that live in LA. People I've read for years that live in California, all over in California. I just took my first trip to California. I may yet still make it to Paris. All right. All right. And then, so let's also ask about the area around. Is it Yosemite? There's a land. A big geyser. Is there going to be earthquake activity around that area anytime soon? Will it be substantial? All right. All right, there is. Okay. And remember, they have, this administration has cut back the people who study these things, the scientific community. Here's the card that came out. This means activity coming in. This means we need a little bit of defense. It could cause some problems for people because of this 9 of Wands here. These are the government cuts. These are, all right, but even then, we're still okay here. But it will make some earth changes. It can make some things where roads won't be back open that used to be open or something. So there will be some changes in that area, around that area. Okay. And I've gotten that for quite some time. So I feel like there's activity in California, but I feel like there will be some changes, and this could be roads because of the travel cards here. It could be parts of the park or certain parts you won't be able to visit, or something gets closed. But usually this means something permanently changes. Okay. So there could be an issue inside the park itself. Okay. And I think something that has possibly laid dormant can start to be felt here. But again, we're okay. But this is definitely an issue. Okay. All right. Will the people around Yellowstone, will the people around those areas be okay? Everybody be okay around those areas, the big parks? Okay, so again, something changes. And there were decisions where there are people that guard it, protect it, or bring the studies. They're watching it. Okay, so there's a problem there. There's a shakeup there. and they will find out that maybe some of the graphs were hidden or not brought to the light. Okay. But we don't have this, it's everybody's going to be okay. But there will be some changes. There's going to be earth changes. There are parts of Sanibel that are never going to be the same because of Hurricane Ian in 2022, and that's what they're saying here. There's going to be parts of some of these parks that are going to change because Mother Earth is changing. Okay. All right. Now, CIA Director John Ratcliffe. He went to Russia. He's there today. Now, I think he went because Kushkov is not getting anywhere. I mean, come on, for real, right? I mean, when you send the stooges there, you get stooge. You get stooge soup, right? So even he had to stir the soup. And remember, the tentacles from the Poodmeister extend so far, we have no clue how far they go. But it's big. The tentacles are large and long. But even tentacles can be dealt with. But I feel like things are more serious. Why? Because Radcliffe is there instead of Kushkov. And North Korea Kim's sister sent 8,500 soldiers and a drone unit. So let's just see. Radcliffe goes to talk to the Poodmeister and his buddies. How do these talks go? CIA Director John Ratcliffe, currently in Moscow. How do the talks go? All right, them's fighting words. All right, so they're not in agreement, and this is where the drama is. So what can we do? We can give great gratitude for every time we've been able to come to an agreement with a foreign adversary. It's happened. Radcliffe does not feel like he's going to come out of this very well. This is very stubborn energy. Ethics, government, viewpoints do not match. All right. Food is saying to Radcliffe, we want some of that land in Ukraine, and you have to get it for us. They're trying to come up with a plan, but it's very, very, very difficult. It's, I don't know why we would feel that we were codependent. I think 45 might be codependent and might be dependent on Pood for not telling secrets. Russia's going to need money. Oh man, this just keeps coming. Everybody's deep in thought. Okay, let's see. What happens to Pood? Does Pood get what he wants? Does Moscow's Pood get what he wants? From Radcliffe, from U.S., does he get what he wants? here are the talks and further negotiations. No, he puts it out there and he isn't getting it. This conversation started off very tense and with terse words. Not curse, but tense. You know what I mean. Food's got pie in the sky thinking it's too much. It's overreach, it's too much. Too much. Not thinking, not looking, not willing to admit the truth. There's change coming for food and where he lives. And it will not, change is taking place. It isn't how that place is going to be in 1 year is not the same as it is right now. The change has already taken place. The people have had it. And he does not get what he wants. Now, will they lie to him? They could. Will he figure it out? He might. But he isn't going to get what he wants. And the way he's running things will not work. It comes to a standstill. He's upside down. The energy comes out of his pockets. The money comes out of his pockets. He's done, cooked, through, finished. All right. So then how does the United States do? Overall, how do we do? Strength card popped out there. Patience, perseverance. And also remember that the lady is training the lion in that card. And this is also it's toning down the roar. So be cognizant of what comes out of your mouth. Do you actually want that to be true? Say only positive things. And as far as your internal dialogue goes, make sure you're only saying positive things to yourself. If you catch a negative thought and replace it with something positive, say nice things about yourself. All right, so how does the United States do? I'm on a mission to raise the vibration. I'm feeling it. I need your help. How does the United States do? Well, we got around the salad issue. There's something to be grateful for. Listen, I love salads. Okay. All right. We have a lot of work to do. We have so much work to do. We better eat our Wheaties and get up early. If you're not getting up and taking your walk, you need to get up earlier. Okay. All right. We need to have more good, open, truthful. We need to work on our dialogue with others. All right. The sneaky people are here. We're sort of seen as sneaky. We're looking to see what we can game, treat, trick. Okay. Trick, I meant. All right. This eclipse is tough. Okay. There's that get up and walk early. Talk, change your inner dialogue. Okay. People are walking away from the United States. The United States has walked away from other people. Through this eclipse energy, it fits right in there. Okay, but here comes change. What is the catalyst going to be? If you're just joining us, I'm going to be on Celtic Sheila Tarot's channel at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m. Pacific, because the eclipse, we're trying to brighten the energy. I'm telling you, the regular people and families are done with the criming. They're done. Secrets are exposed. There it is. I love it. Thank you, guides and angels. I have goosebumps. Thank you, guides and angels. It popped out when I was shuffling, and it's the outcome card. And you saw it here. Does it happen lickety split? No. Are changes coming very quickly that change the direction or help facilitate the overall change? Yes. So we're going to get information and a lot of things happening that are going to help facilitate this change. But we have to hang in there, you know? We've got to hang in there. You cannot give up. She's coming. She's got the scroll. She's got the names. She's got the EPS files. She's got everything that Pood's done, that the little country with the blue and white flag people have, not their actual people, but some of their leaders have done. So get out of your head and raise the vibration. Just take baby steps. Here. All right, we're okay. Now, what is the catalyst going to be? What do we need to look for? Like, what's taking place? What's coming up that tells us this is it? This is where we start. All right. What is it? I have readings open first couple weeks September. I did a short video about relationships. I had help with the video. If you get a chance, look at it and tell me what you think about it. All right. There's an avalanche of gossip, and somebody that didn't want secrets to come out comes out. All right. So look for secrets. When secrets start coming to the light, that's when, ooh, and I said the word avalanche. An avalanche of secrets. Somebody gets into somebody's safe. Something happens. Whistleblower. Somebody that doesn't want our ship to go down is going to throw a Hail Mary. We're all coming together. We're going to be okay. The paddy wagon's coming. We're going to be okay. And I looked into the energy, and our psychic development class did readings on Hakeem Jeffries. And if you look back or you Google in my YouTube channel words of Hakeem Jeffries and speaker, I know a lot of you guys want him to be the speaker, but I have never been shown that he has positive progress. And I could not figure it out. It just never came up in a positive way. And now we know why, right? So, and I kept getting that the tall lady, the whip, I think it's Catherine Clark, I keep getting that she's going to be nominated. And that's what came up in our class. And some people think that AOC will get behind a certain candidate, you know? We have a lot of work to do. That just keeps coming up. And you think you're going to relax. Well, today we're playing. Today we're shifting the energy. And Tuesdays are gratitude and appreciation day. All right. The catalyst is people have to work harder and they don't feel as safe as they used to. And because of that, because of the Scott Bissets and throwing up their nonsense, and his former mentor came out this morning or yesterday and just took a dump on his parade. I'm telling you what. Scott Besant got a smackdown from his old teacher. All right. We help each other, but we do not. Something makes us feel less prosperous or less confident, or we're having that. The angels are here with us. They're here. They're right here. This is another angel. Okay, it is. There's 4 angels in this row. Okay, but that's fear. Okay. We help someone and someone helps us. We start heading towards plan B. Because what has been wrecked, and now we have to come out of it. And here's our hope for the day: a new decision, a judgment, clarity of thought, the ability to move forward after feeling stuck, with unity. That sort of goes with that. And then our outcome card is here. Okay. So this is, there are secrets coming out that unleash information that somebody didn't want to get out. And there's a freedom, and then the people who had a hard time are vindicated. So this is a lot of false information that we've been living through, and a lot of cloudiness, and then here comes this breakthrough. Okay. And I think people get really tired of all the lies. Okay. So give me one more idea about what else is the catalyst. I think there's also going to be some concern around debt. The debt numbers, the defaults on loans, defaults on cars. Okay, so it is instability. So that could be the markets too. So watch the markets. So some of the people that think that they're doing so great with the market then may be on their side with that 9 of Pentacles on its side. Change is happening. September, October, Virgo, Scorpio. Things that change permanently. Huh, what is that? Okay, there's another big whiff of the grift, and then the secrets come out, and then we're just going after them. So even when you think you've seen the biggest grift, then there's more. This could be more about the data centers or just another pulse of this grift, and they get caught. Okay. Is there going to be some sort of, I just want to ask this. I know we're safe, but is there going to be some other type of retaliatory? Is there going to be a retaliatory move from Iran on any of our infrastructure, our electric, our internet, our water? Are they going to do something icky there? Stay positive because we're safe. Okay, so they will. But we're all right. We're okay. Somewhere else. They make it look like it's coming from somewhere else. Put the focus over here. They don't tell us about it. And guess what? Food gets involved. Food is a big problem. So he's not happy because he isn't getting what he wants. And he's cornered and he's going to act out. And we've seen that before. Okay, so this could be some sort of a false flag, or I'm going to, the shell game, I'm going to throw it over here. Hey, look at this. Don't look at this over here. So, but we're going to be okay. All right. All right, I went over my hour. Gosh darn it. All right, we did the reading. Our card of the day is the Sun. Tuesday is Gratitude Day, forevermore. And we give great thanks for even our enemies and our exes. We give thanks for all the frogs we've kissed, so we get a prince or a princess. If you want something better than what you have, you got to give great thanks for what you've already experienced. All right? If you want a new car, you got to go out and hug your old car. You have to just immerse yourself in gratitude for your old car. Okay, you guys, you got your work cut out for you. I'll see you over at Sheila's channel at 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to continue to work on this energy and bring everybody together. And we're going to make a change in the world. Okay? Much love to you. I'll see you in a little bit.